Alright, welcome to part 8 of the Airbus A330-200 tutorial. In this video I'll do a little review for the wings before starting the tail section. And so as I was explaining in the previous videos, the principle behind the wing stays the same along each section of the wing. Again, each section is 10 rows wide, and every half section we're eliminating a row, and it gives it this look basically here as the wing gets progressively thinner as we go out away from the body towards the wingtips. It gives it a more linear look along the wing as it gets thinner, and you want to keep a pattern going along the wing, and that's why I do it in the fashion which I do it in. And so again, each section, rows 1 through 5 were the same as the previous 5 rows, so you can see, and then rows 6 through 10 we're eliminating a row from the bottom, as you can see. And then each section again is the same, rows 1 through 5 having the same pattern as the previous 5 rows, and rows 6 through 10 eliminating a row. And each one does the same, follows the same principle each section until you're left with just one row, and then you build out towards the wingtips. And again, it's designed to give a more linear look. As you can see, every 5 rows it goes up and then out again, 5 rows and then up a row, and then 5 and then up again, following that same pattern. So again, it gives it a more linear look as it thins out. And I'll show you the back of the wing here. Let me spin around. So again, the back of the wing also follows the same principle. First half of the section, rows 1 through 5, will be in the same pattern as the previous section, and then rows 6 through 10, we're eliminating one row. And again, the next section will be the same, rows 1 through 5, following the same pattern as the previous 5 rows, and then rows 6 through 10, eliminating one row. And then again, each section follows the same principle until you're left with just one row, and then you build out towards the wingtips. And just like the front of the wing, the back of the wing follows that same guidelines. Every 5 rows going up one block, and then out 5 again, going up a row and then out 5, following the same pattern. And again, most large aircrafts have that curve on the back side of the wing, and my design is to give it that look and have it follow the same curve as it goes away from the body towards the wingtips, so as you can see. And that's basically how I do my wings. Each plane I do follows the same principle, though each section might have a different number of rows for the sections of different types of planes. But again, each plane has different excuse me, each plane has a different wingspan, so the sections might be a little different, though the pattern or the principle behind how I'm doing it remains the same. Every half of the section we're eliminating one row from each section of the wings, and that's basically how I do the wings for my planes. And so we continue here with the tail section of the plane, and I'll give you the outline for the body first before starting the tail rudder. Excuse me. So what you want to do is bring the row for the side of the aircraft. So this row here for the side of the plane, you want to drag it out or back to here. This is the 135th block, and again, you count from the nose of the plane. The nose will be the first block, and then you count backwards here all the way to the 135th block. And so you stop here, and then from here you go one block in, and this row will be 9 rows long, and then the next row in will be 9 rows long as well. Then the next row here, this row is 8 blocks. The next row in will be 7 blocks. The next row here will be 6 blocks. The next row here is 5 blocks. Then the next row here is 5 blocks, and then the last row here is 4 blocks. And the back of the tail here is 3 blocks wide. And again, for this left side, you follow the same pattern as the right side. And let me go up, I'll give you an overhead shot for it. So you can see that's the outline for the tail end of the wing. And well, you can see I haven't done the left side yet, of course. I usually build one side at a time. So there's nothing on the left side. So the tail section here. So we build the tail rudder. So you start 5 rows in from the tail, or the tail end. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So leaving 5 block space here. You place 1 block here and then go up a row. And this row here is 3 blocks high. The next row again is 3 blocks high. And each row is 3 blocks high, and you have 9 rows of it. So you have 9 rows of 3 blocks high all the way up to the top here. And then the last row here would be 1 block back and 10 blocks long up to this point here. And then you want to go down diagonally, so you can see going down, and you want to go all the way down here until you reach the last 4 rows, until you reach the top of the plane. And so the last 4 rows will be 2 blocks wide, 2 blocks wide, and then 3 blocks wide, and then the last row here 3 blocks wide again. And this is the top of the plane, so you can see. And that gives you the tail rudder, or vertical stabilizer, whichever way you want to call it. So again, from the tail section here, the tail end, you leave 5 block spacings. Then you put this 1 block here, and then you go 3 blocks high for the next row, and each row is 3 blocks high. You do it 9 times. And then the last row here, 1 block behind, and then 10 blocks long. And then you go down diagonally all the way down to the front here, where this last 4 rows will be 2 blocks wide here, the next row 2 blocks wide, the next row here 3 blocks wide, and then the last row 3 blocks. And I will give you the outline for the tail section of the plane. And so I'll stop this video here for continue on. The next videos might take a little while to get done. I am changing the patterns for the tail section as I fill it in, and also the engines will have a different look to them from the previous A330 I did do a while ago. I wasn't satisfied with the way I did the engines and also the tail section, so the patterns will be slightly different when I do it, so I have to redo it. I have to redo them, and so it might take a little while for me to do, but I'll try to get it out as fast as I can, and try not to take too long in doing it. But that will do it for this video, and so I'll see you in the next video.